Hey guys, it's Tasha, back with another reading. I really want to start with tarot today. And I've got the Black Cat tarot I'm being called to. Let's see what kind of messages Spirit and the angels have for us today. Spirit and angels, please connect and share a message that will be helpful to whoever is watching at this time. I'm hearing messages of hope, trust, intuition, like savory came up, like savoring your time, maybe savoring the time left that you have in this part of your life, because things are going to change. Inspiration. Okay, one more. All right, Spirit, what messages do you have? Oof. The Empress. What else? Five of Pentacles, the Star. One more. Seven of Swords. Page of Cups on the bottom. Page of Cups on the bottom. This this message coming out is grounded in creativity. The Empress. You could be embodying the Empress. Five of Pentacles. A feeling of being left out in the cold. It's coming across as financial insecurity too. I just got it. So the Empress, you're healing. I mean, not healing. You are creating something. Whatever this creation is, you may not be able to see the financial outcomes that you'll receive. You may believe that there will never be a financial benefit or outcome from this situation. The Star. This is really going to be healing for you. Working on these creative endeavors. And then the Seven of Swords. I'm seeing this as you leaving behind the old identities of what you believed created life to be. If you had the idea, one of these swords could be if you had the idea that you wanted to do content creation and you're like, I don't really see there being a financial gain from doing that. This is coming across to me that you're having to change that mindset and really enter the healing phase. What else? You're creating something, make sure not to hold old beliefs about even your value or worth. I don't want you to hold on to what you believe is that you think is true in terms of your value or worth. Okay. Page of Swords. New way of thinking. Come on, let's be real. New way of thinking about yourself. 8 of Cups on the bottom. Leaving behind those old beliefs. Leaving behind the old belief that you as an individual with all of your specific differences from others having value or lack of having value. It's necessary to let go of the belief that you as an individual, that you don't have value. Starting to believe that you as an individual, you who I'm talking to, has value with whatever is in here. And whatever is true to you. That's what we all want, right? I'm feeling like whole body chills. That's what we want, right? We want to be able to live in this world and be who we are and receive from that. And that's exactly the reason why we're here. 8:18 on the timer. We're not meant to conform. We are not meant to do everything just like everybody else does it. How is there any individuality then? If we're all just NPCs and like doing the same thing, it's like, what kind of life is that? Is that fun? Not to me. You can make that decision for yourself. But if you're here, I'd imagine, no, you're also not interested in that. Whew. That's cool. Any other advice you have? Queen of Cups. The truth of that is what's going to bring you the emotional inner stability that you need to succeed, but to succeed in being who you are and authentic to yourself. Okay? Queen of Pentacles. Being a queen of the material world. Ace of Swords. An offer of truth. An opportunity for communication. Tell me more about the Ace of Swords. Nine of Pentacles. The offer of truth, or the offer of communication, is self-wealth. That this is something that can be done. She looks so content. She just looks like she's just living her life. Not doing like a rat race. Like, she's really just relaxed, reading a book with all of her growth around her, everything like that. And that's something that is, if you do these things, it's leading you to that state of being, of calmness, of contentment, of bliss. I don't know about this. I was not expecting this. Okay. We got the Wheel of Fortune and the Lovers coming out at the same time with the Moon on the bottom. The Wheel of Fortune is a cycle of change. I believe there's a hidden love coming. Something you don't know about. You might not even know who this person is. But there's a love coming in that you don't know about. And I do not want you to focus on it. Because that's just gonna, that like increases it to take longer to come in. Like, don't focus too heavy on that. The reason why this love will be coming in is because you've totally focused on yourself. Under the moon, we've got the Ace of Cups. And that's like a love offer. But you being fully in love with yourself and true to yourself is going to bring in a partner. The Emperor. Underneath that, we already had the Empress first. Empress is our first card. So we've got the Empress and Emperor coming out. And the Ten of Cups under that, you guys. Please. That's incredible, dude. Man, you've got a love coming in. I did not expect that. That's really cool, though. I'm excited for you guys. Are you excited? This doesn't come without cost, in a way. Like, you really got to be able to do that internal work with yourself in order to have this come in. You might be able to bring it in without doing the work, but the question is, will you be able to sustain it if you don't do the work? Like, it's going to come regardless, but you want to be kind of prepared for it, right? Because you want to make sure that it's something that you can hold on to. Think about all that. 15:11 on the timer. Okay, any last messages before we move on? The world. It's kind of a lot of major arcana. Two of Swords. Eight of Pentacles. The World. Two of Swords. Eight of Pentacles. Once you make the decision about what is truly fulfilling to you and what kind of way you want to contribute to the world, and you work on mastering that craft, the world is yours. In your own mind, body, the world is yours. You get to make determinations about your life and everything like that. Cool. I like it. All right, let's move on. I've got this new Reflections deck. It's Fairy Reflections, Paulina Cassidy. Let's see what we got out of here. I want to know, what kind of energy are you sitting in right now? What energy are you sitting in? Whoever is watching. What is, whoever's watching, what is their energy they're sitting in right now? Stubborn. Intuition. Compassion. I want one more. Transformation. Change on the bottom. Expand your flexibility for change. Transformation. The process of self-transformation will open your eyes to the timeless truth of yourself. You want to grow into a butterfly, don't you? The one popping out too is confidence. Confidence is having the belief in yourself to keep you going and the self-assurance to get you there. Be confident in your transformation. Compassion. By widening your circle of compassion for all of nature's creatures, your spirit will soar. I gotta tell you like a little tiny story yesterday. So I was just in my car driving. Where I'm at, there is a lot of flies and it's gross. So like they'll get in my car. So I'll try to like just drive around. I'm in like the middle of nowhere, basically, you could say. And like I'll have the windows open so that I'll try to get the flies out while I'm driving. And this specific kind of bug that I'm not familiar with, it was like an orange one. It like kind of looked like a firefly, but I'm not sure what it was. It was stuck and it was on my window. But like I was trying to put the window down and it was just going too fast that this little bug was just trying to hold on. It was holding on for dear life. And I was like, oh, I feel kind of bad. So there's nobody around on the road. So I slowed all the way down to basically stop. And then like did like a, and it like flew away. And I'm like, man, like I wouldn't want to get, I know it's just a bug. At the same time, it's life. I wouldn't want to just get thrown out of a car, even if I had wings. It's just this little bug. And if I'm going like 40 miles per hour, like that's too much. So be compassionate to the things around you. Be compassionate to life. People. Nature. The last one we have is intuition. Intuition is the ability to listen to your higher self. My higher self was telling me, slow down, and instead of just trying to get rid of the bug, like slow down a bit and just let it release how it's more comfortable. Right? My intuition told me that, and I was like, man, I'm so glad I did that. And like, for the most part, I feel in the past that I may have not done that. I may have not been that considerate and compassionate to do that. It's a small, weird thing. At the end of the day, that was what my intuition was telling me, and I trusted it. What next? I want to see the past, present, and future in the Oracle of the Hidden Worlds. I'll do my best to shuffle this one. Past, present, future. Past, present, future. It's too hot in here. Sorry guys. Okay, I'm sorry. You're gonna probably hear some of the AC. All right, our past energy. The gift. Present, honoring, offering. There are times in this life when you know you have been given a great gift. It can be a life-changing moment, one in which you feel suddenly that all has changed. And what once was can never be the same again. Because what has taken place has been a gift, a way of seeing, feeling, perceiving the energies all about you. And this is now what lies before you. You are being offered a great gift, one which is in part destiny, in part reward, in part plea for you to receive this gift of perception, to begin to see what lies beyond the confines of the world others call real, and to become a being who understands the language of the spirit as it is expressed in the world. This gift may come in the form of visions and of knowledge, but it comes from a trusted source. in ways that cascade and gather, just as they do down this waterfall, until its presence can no longer be denied. There is a sacred trust being placed in you by the beings of the hidden worlds. They ask you to be their emissary on this planet. Know amidst the ordinary moments of our lives that within these too lie the sacred. It is the intent which we bring to those moments that determines whether all we do is an offering and is made sacred, or if it is simply in the domain of the mundane. Dear one, we come to you now and ask you to receive this gift. We ask you to know you are a chosen one, to take the gift and preserve what is sacred in the moments, great and small, of your life. Once accepted, life will change and you will change too, in ways that will quench the deep thirst of your soul. Illumination. It is now my time to receive. I accept the gifts of the hidden worlds gladly and with an open heart. That's confirmation of what we've already been talking about. Are you going to allow the world to show you who you are and what you're going to do? Or are you going to go inside your mind and believe in magic and stay true to who you truly are? I just saw a yellow butterfly. Yellow butterflies could be significant. And this is the past, even though that still kind of comes into the present. It's already the past that we talked about it. So there's already been evolution in your mind, change in your mind when it comes to this gift. Accepting that you have a gift and that you are a chosen one. Be grateful. Be very grateful to be who you are. Be very grateful for the things that come around you. I see a monarch now. All right. Present energy. The meditation. Peace, relief, sanctuary. This being is in meditation out in the wild beyond, yet deep within her own being, she holds a burning bundle of herbs. Its smoke cleaning and clearing the human world, all the way from her interdimensional home. She is all the gifts of the natural world, the flowers and the herbs, and she is offering you their secrets and gifts this day. In this stillness amidst this beauty, she is holding the space for you to enter where you are, so you too can break away from the dominant reality, which is a lie, and enter into the truthful song of the spirit once again. Take a moment this day and feel your way into a piece of time that you can claim for your own. Remove yourself for several long, precious moments from the clamor and din of ego and of competition and of rush and hurry, and sink into the earthly realness of the land. In this moment, open up the eyes that lie within you. Find your way along the pathways of spirit and safely travel there, surrounded as you are by this cleansing, clearing smoke from the sacred bundle of magical herbs. Find your way to the pace where you can find the expanding nature of your soul, its infinite light and possibilities, and spend a little while there, reminding yourself of who you truly are. In this way, you will knit yourself together again. The pain of expectations, of pressure, of the physical dimension will ease for a time, and you will return refreshed and whole, with love guiding you. In this way, you will stay close to your own inner truth, and the pain of dissonance will slowly decrease until it is no more. The illumination is, meditation is no luxury. It is my soul's food and drink. And I will no longer allow my soul to go thirsty, to hunger for the true source that nourishes us all. Your inner true self is present. The secrets of yourself, not even the secrets, but the inner things that you maybe haven't touched in a long time, or maybe have never touched. At this time, it's asking you to go more internal. And I just had the vision of a hawk in my mind. So hawks could be significant to you. I saw one flying a little bit earlier. Now is the time for introspection on what's really important to you. What brings value to your life? And not just quick dopamine hits. What's like a solid, stable thing that actually makes you happy, and something that can be sustainable. Sustainable to you. Not any outside interference like, oh, is it sustainable for me to do this work? Like, do a social media account? Is it sustainable for me to have an ice cream shop? Maybe, but like, is that something you're really passionate about and you're really going to want to do? If not, I would suggest not doing it. I've tried so many jobs and like would be so excited to start a new job, like, oh, I get to learn again, blah, blah, blah. And then after a little while, I'm like, all right, what's next? Because this isn't, at that point, I didn't feel like I was living my life anymore. I was living on work basis. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm not interested in that. I want to live, you can probably relate. I think most of us can. I want to live based on my determinations and my decisions, and not based on somebody else's timeline, in a way. Pass. All right, future. We've got the dolphin collar. Pure, joyful friendships, loving help. There are those who can call forth the powers of nature, the messengers of the Mother and of the Great Spirit. But when we gaze upon nature's marvels, we rarely see the ancient ones standing in their midst, stirring again and again the cauldron of the planet and allowing us to see all the beauty and wonder that is here. The dolphin collar steps forth at dawn to this being, the ancient relatives of the humans, the people of the sea, who will move through and around the waters to cleanse and clear the sacred oceans. Come. They reawaken within the waters their purity and their song, and the dolphin collar will transfer their song and gift and clearing energy to the land, to the people as they go about their day. So many now are beginning to arise from their slumber, and not just the slumber of the sleep. They are awakened from the slumber of the soul. So too are you, as the dolphin collar and these magical beings of the oceans now call you to awaken your own possibilities to a new beginning, that not only each day, but a new beginning for your very soul. A time of play, of release, of cleansing, and of zest and joyful friendship is available for you. We become like those we are surrounded by, and these beings will lift the spirits and remind you of what friendships can be like. No matter what is taking place in your life, the dolphin's energy is now shared with you, so you can feel the freedom and fluidity, the soaring grace and the power of these oceanic marvels. You are their friend, and the dolphin collar will send send to you this energy until you feel your own exhilaration rise, and you laugh again with the sheer joy of being alive. Your soul will revel in your happiness, and you will thank dolphins and this caller, who has known of your need and has now sent the help you have long been asking for. Friendships, too, are part of this card's energy. To have moments when you can share the joy, bringing you to exquisite sense of being loved and accepted and delighted in. Illumination. Help is on its way, and you will soon experience joyful companionship. Well, I think that's really beautiful for being the future thing. The future energy, because our past and present is becoming truly aware of our gift. And the future is sharing that gift, especially sharing it with others that don't have as much access to it or haven't touched that part of themselves. You don't even have to tell them. For the most part, people can see who you are, how you're moving, and they're gonna be like, whoa, like, you don't even have to tell them. Just show them. They'll be like, whoa, I want part of that. That's cool. I like that. But also, like, some beautiful friendships coming in. It's also, I'm seeing judgment, the judgment card in my mind about, are the people that you're friends with right now, or are they people that you want to continue being friends with? Do you feel that you truly relate to them? As a person that I am a person that I have had a lot of like really deep friendships that lasted for a while and ended. And I mean, truthfully, like, I barely have any friends right now. And I'm not even upset about it. I'm so happy in my own space. But on top of that, if I don't feel like I'm growing in a friendship, then I don't want to be in it. It's not only if I don't feel that I'm growing in the friendship, if I notice the other friends aren't trying to grow, I can't be a part of it, because it's not gonna allow me to grow at the pace that I want to grow at. So you're being asked to evaluate your friendships, but the people that you're surrounded by, do you guys hold the same values? Do you? That's one of the biggest lessons I've learned. I can't stay friends with people that I don't have the same values. I value honesty. And I've had friends that don't necessarily value honesty. And then at the same time, how can you feel safe in that friendship if you can't trust them? They've done deceptive things to other people. Who's to say that they haven't done it to you? Or that they're not going to do it to you? You know what I mean? And that's kind of a tough one. That's kind of a hard truth. It's easier for me to say because I've accepted it. And it's happened a lot throughout my life. But I'm grateful to know that those aren't the people that I'm meant to be around, that there's going to be other people that are like awesome that I get to be around, and that's really exciting. I enjoy that. Okay, I've got the Zodiac Oracle. I would like some advice on how to continue on for whoever's watching. What kind of advice? What kind of advice do they need at this time? to become their true, full inner self, believing that has value and that that itself is a moneymaker. What advice? Oof, they're flying out. Pluto on the bottom. Let go of the need for immediate understanding and comprehensive clarity. Make friends with uncertainty. We're not going to know everything. And the sooner you accept that you're not going to know everything, honestly, the easier life is going to get. Oh. That's the first time I've actually... We'll see it. Okay. Number 19, Uranus. Uranus. Be a catalyst for constructive transformation. See the big picture, bring your inner vision into form. That's what we've been talking about in this message. Bringing the inner vision of yourself, what you see as being your next step. And even when I was saying that, what I thought about is, even if you do that and you decide, no, that wasn't the step that I wanted to take, or I want to go in a different direction, you are allowed to do that. Like, you have to learn. And there was probably some lessons in that that helped you learn a bit more about yourself. So don't get stagnant on it, on those feelings about, oh, I should have been here by now, this or that, because you're still moving. A lot of people in the world are not moving. They're doing the same thing every day, and maybe they're okay with that, and that's totally cool. For me, couldn't be me. So I'm speaking to the other people that couldn't be you, right? Number 12, Mars. Know what you want and then employ swift, wise, and focused action to obtain it. I can't even speak. And those came out together. So those really coincide. See the big picture, know what you want. Bring your inner vision to form. Action to obtain it. Leo, 40. Let yourself be seen and appreciated. Love yourself and don't be afraid to show it. Confidence, confidence, confidence. That's what came out. Allow your inner beauty to be seen. That would be really beautiful, and I would love that. It's a vulnerable state. At the same time, it's gonna be so worth it. I know it. 36, Capricorn. Be driven by your desire to create a positive change in the world. Right? What is it that you wanted to do for community or the world? And allow that desire to drive you to doing whatever it is that truly calls to you. Earth, number 26. Come down to earth, align with divine timing and the heartbeat of the planet. It's asking you to take a little bit of a break from outside interference. Touch grass. Do some grounding. Just go outside in some grass barefoot, or in some dirt, something like that, barefoot for a little bit, and really get connected to the earth. It brings me back to the little story about the fly, or the bug I had in my car that I had to let go, that I slowed down to let go. If I was just in here, I would have been like, oh no, this bug is just in my way, rah, 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 rah. But then I was like, oh no, you know what? It's a living being. let me just slow it down a bit and let it out at a pace that's more comfortable for it, right? So like really slow down a little bit. Appreciate what's around you. The last one that we have is number 5, Blue Moon. You are now being offered a rare opportunity at a second chance. I've used this deck a few times, and that's the first time I think that I've gotten what's the actual picture of the box. Second chance at life. You're being offered a second chance at life in a way that you get to decide, no, I'm not gonna spend the entire rest of my life doing this or that, what you've already been doing, but no, actually, I'm gonna decide that I want to do something else, which is legitness, and that makes me happy. I love that. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of tarot again to see if we have any final messages. And this is the Earth Woman Tarot. My very first deck. This is the very first deck that I was drawn to and chose. All right, Spirit, what kind of final messages do you have for us? Things that maybe we need to focus on, advice, whatever it may be. Justice on the bottom. Justice is coming. All right, any final messages? A lot of major arcana today. Wow. Okay. Starting off, we've got the High Priestess, the Devil, Strength, the Hanged One, 10 of Wands, and 3 of Pentacles. This is so interesting. Okay, so the High Priestess and the Devil, like, being right next to each other, like, you got a angel on your shoulder, you got the devil on your shoulder, right? They talk about that. But it's asking you to have the strength and use perspective shifts and the energy of the Hanged One to create a more positive reality. And then how I'm seeing these 3 of Pentacles and 10 of Wands, like the 10 of Wands is on the Devil's side, where like there's going to be more burden. There's going to be more burdens. Whereas the Angel side, or the High Priestess, your intuition is creativity and collaboration. That's cool, dude. So I really want you to listen to your intuition. Don't listen to the devil. Don't listen to the devil telling you that you can't do things. Don't listen to other people that tell you you cannot do things or the things that you want to do. 50 on the timer. Ooh! Okay, I really like that. That was cool. Okay, anything else? Any other messages? Nine of Cups. Wish fulfillment. Oof. Queen of Swords. The Lovers wanted to pop out, but it did not come out. Nine of Cups, Queen of Swords. Four of Wands. Two of Pentacles. We got all the different elements. Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, Queen of Swords. It's coming across as like confident truth, having confident truth within yourself. Two of Pentacles is like a decision. I actually want to look and see if there's anything else that pops out to me in here. Two of Pentacles. Priority, responsibility, productivity. I mean, wish fulfillment is after knowing the absolute truth of you being in that. It's a little bit of a guarded energy too, but being able to clearly communicate, having clear communication with yourself. From that, you're going to have momentum and change in priorities. An increased productivity. And then Four of Wands is like homecoming. Look, I've talked about not flowers, but butterflies in here. Look at all these butterflies. I mean, that kind of feels like a completion to me, that all of this work is going to bring you to home. And I see the Temperance on the bottom. So making sure we have some patience and grace during these transitions and during this time, okay? If you made it all the way to the end, I appreciate you so much. I love you guys. I hope that this message was helpful, and I cannot wait until I see you next time. Bye.